Sugar is one of the cheapest things in your kitchen. You probably use it every single day without thinking about it. But there was a time when a handful of sugar was worth more than the same weight of gold. Kings locked it inside treasure rooms. Doctors prescribed it as medicine. Ordinary people could spend an entire month's wages just to taste it once. Then one crop changed everything. It created fortunes, fueled slavery, and quietly rewrote the map of the world. So how did a rare medicine become the cheapest thing on your table? This is the history of sugar. Sugarcane itself is far older than the sugar trade. As early as 8000 BCE, people in New Guinea were already chewing the raw stalks simply for their sweetness. Over thousands of years, cultivation spread slowly westward through Southeast Asia and India, where the technique of crystallizing cane juice into solid sugar was eventually developed. Sugar only reached Europe around the 12th century, carried back by soldiers returning from the Crusades. But that's not the strangest part. Before sugar arrived, honey had been Europe's only sweetener for the entirety of recorded history. By the 1600s, Europe's growing taste for coffee, tea, and chocolate created an explosive new demand for sugar to sweeten them. And colonial powers scrambled to plant sugarcane across the Caribbean and Brazil to meet it. Europe's appetite for sugar exploded. But there weren't enough workers, so millions of Africans were forced across the Atlantic to grow a food most of them would never enjoy. Sugar profits were so enormous that by some estimates they accounted for close to a third of Europe's entire overseas trade economy. A single crop reshaping national fortunes, shipping routes, and the map of the Americas. What happened next changed everything. In the early 1800s, the British Navy blockaded French ports during the Napoleonic Wars, cutting France off from its overseas sugar colonies entirely. Cut off from cane sugar, French chemists scaled up a discovery that sugar could also be extracted from an ordinary root vegetable grown right in European soil: the sugar beet. Napoleon threw his support behind beet sugar, and within a few decades, Europe no longer depended entirely on tropical colonies for its sweetener. For the first time, sugar could be grown at home, and its centuries-old monopoly began to break apart. Combined with industrial refining and the eventual abolition of slavery, sugar slowly stopped being a rare luxury and became a mass-produced staple, cheaper and more available than at any point in its history. The next time you stir sugar into your coffee, remember, you're holding the same substance that once built fortunes, destroyed millions of lives, and changed the world forever.